Hi, Mia. So we're gonna be continuing your stage 4 full stage revision, right? Okay, so pretty far. I'm gonna be scrolling down as usual. Yeah, my job here is to scroll down. Okay, so are you ready?
Okay.
Give me an example of the, please. Give me an example of the. The chair is red.
Red.
Yep. Give me an example of the, please. Give me an example of the. The apple
The
is
apple is
red.
red.
Yep. What do we say the use and not the use? What do we say the use and not the use? We say the use
the
and not
use
the
and
use.
not the use.
Because yeah, the use.
The use.
Because the word use.
The word use
starts with a consonant sound. Yep. Is it right to say hour or an hour? Is it right to say hour or an hour? It's right to say an hour.
An hour.
Why? Because the letter H.
The letter H.
Because in the letter H.
Letter H.
Because the letter H
in the word.
Hour is
silent.
Again, let's go down. Did you fail to answer the last question? Did you fail to answer the last question? No, I didn't fail.
No, I didn't fail
to answer the last question. I succeeded in answering. I succeeded in answering the last question. Yep. If you try hard, do you think you'll succeed in learning English well? If you try hard, do you think you'll succeed in learning English well? Yes, if I try hard. I think I'll succeed in learning
English well.
Yep. What's the opposite of to fail an exam? What's the opposite of failing exam? The opposite of to failing exam. To fail an exam. Fail an exam is to pass an exam. Pass an exam. Do you think, what about this one? Let's have this one here. Do you think you'll pass the stage exam at the end of this book? Do you think you'll pass the stage exam at the end of this book? Yes, I think. I'll pass the stage exam at the end of this book.
At the end of this book.
You cannot hear anything, right? Again, if you fail an examination, do you always take it again? If you fail an examination, do you always take it again? Yes, no?
Yes.
Yes, if I fail an examination. Fail an examination. I always take it again. Yep. Do people generally succeed in getting what they want if they try hard enough? Do people generally succeed in what they want? Well, if they try hard enough. Yes, people.
Yes, people.
Generally succeed
in getting
what they want. If they try
hard enough.
Enough. Okay, let's move here, down. Yeah, what can I say instead of I must study? What can we say instead of I must study? Instead of I must study. Instead of I must study. We can say. I have to study. Yep. Do you have to eat if you want to live? Do you have to eat if you want to live? Yes, I have to eat.
I have to eat
if I want to live. Yep. Did you have to get up early yesterday morning? They're going to be like Wednesday, right? Did you have to get up early yesterday morning? Yes, no? Yes, I had to get up. Early yesterday morning. Yesterday morning. That's correct. Another, will you have to wait if you arrive too early for the next lesson? Will you have to wait if you arrive too early for the next lesson? Yes, I'll have to wait. To wait. If I arrive too early for the next lesson. Yep, which is right to say you mustn't smoke in this building or you don't have to smoke in this building. Yeah, which is right to say, or which is, right to say you mustn't smoke in this building or you don't have to smoke in this building. It's right to say you mustn't smoke in this building. Yep, which is right to say me. I mustn't get up early on Saturday or I don't have to get up early on Saturday. Which is right to say I mustn't get up early on Saturday or I don't have to get up early on Saturday. It's right to say. I don't have to get up early on Saturday. Must you study if you want to learn English? Again, must you study if you want to learn English? Yes, I must study. If I want to learn English. So must you study about 10 hours a day if you want to learn English? Must you study 10 hours a day if you want to learn English? No, I don't have to study 10 hours a day if I want to learn English. Only 20 hours na. Not 10 hours, 20 hours. Again, how do we sometimes form a noun from a verb? How do we sometimes form a noun from a verb? We sometimes form a noun from a verb.
A noun from a verb.
By adding the letters.
By adding the letter.
Adding the letters.
Adding letters.
The letters.
The letters.
ER to the verb.
ER to the verb.
ER to the verb.
ER to the verb.
You get the sound. Okay, now give me some examples. Just give me some examples. It's eat, eater.
Eat, eater.
Walk, walker.
Walk, walker.
Speak, speaker.
Speak, speaker.
Are you a hard worker? Are you a hard worker? Yes, no?
Yes.
I'm a hard worker.
I'm a hard worker.
Hard sitting. Again, are you a complete beginner in English? Are you a complete beginner in English? No, I'm not a complete beginner.
No, I'm not a complete beginner.
Oh, say it again. You say yes. You want to say yes? I am not a complete. No, I'm not a complete beginner.
I'm not a complete beginner.
In English.
In English?
I began studying English.
Huh?
I began studying
English.
Studying English.
Studying English.
When I was a small
When
child.
I was a small child.
Are you a heavy sleeper? Are you a heavy sleeper? Yes, no? Yes, I'm a heavy sleeper.
I'm a heavy sleeper.
But she said, guys, she's hard worker. Yeah, he forgotten again. Who's your favorite writer? Who's your favorite writer? My favorite writer
is you.
Who's that? Thank you so much. Okay, another. Do you hope you'll live a very long time? Do you hope you'll live a very long time? Yes, no? No, I don't hope.
No, I don't hope.
I'll live a very long time. I'll live a very long time. A very long time.
I'll live.
Because my mom, I'll live a very long time.
A very long time.
A very long time.
A very long time.
Mia, do you think it's important to be positive about life and full of hope for the future? Not Corona, okay? Different. Do you think it's important to be positive about life and full of hope for the future? Yes, I think.
Yes, I think.
It's important to be positive.
To be positive.
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 About life.
About life.
And full of hope.
And full of hope.
For the future.
For the future.
Suddenly when hope. Okay, another. Do you hope the weather will be sunny tomorrow? Do you hope the weather will be sunny tomorrow? Yes, I hope.
Yes, I hope.
The weather will
be sunny tomorrow.
Yep. Do you believe everything people tell you? Do you believe everything people tell you? No, I don't believe.
No, I don't believe.
Everything people tell me. Some things I believe.
Some things I believe.
And some things
I disbelieve.
Yep. Do you believe there is life on other planets? Do you believe there is life on other planets? Yes, no?
Yes.
I believe.
I believe.
There's life on.
A life on.
There's a life on one. There's
life on
other planets.
On other planets.
On other planets.
On other planets.
Yep. There are a lot. Another. Do you believe it will be possible in the future for people to live until they're 200 years old, just like long time ago? So do you believe it will be possible in the future for people to live until they're 200 years old? Yes, no? No, I don't believe.
No, I don't believe.
It'll be possible
in the future
for people to live until they're 200 years old. Maybe 1,000 years old. Another. What is the difference between to do the shopping and to go shopping? What is the difference between to do the shopping and to go shopping? The difference between to do the shopping. To do the shopping and to go shopping is
that.
To do the shopping means.
To the shopping means.
To do the shopping
means.
To
the shopping means.
To buy the things.
The
things that are necessary for the house, such as food, etc. Food, etc. Whereas to go shopping means to visit shops. Generally. Yep. Okay, so just a moment, as you can hear, it's loading. Right?
Bang, bang, bang.
Come on, go for it, please. Hello. Oh, that's why. Okay. Because it should have been scrolled down. Yeah, sorry guys, because I'm not geek. Okay, there's like next page. Oh, okay. When you do the shopping, do you make a list before going to the supermarket? When you do the shopping, do you make a list before going to the supermarket? When No, when I do the shopping.
When I do the shopping,
I don't make a list
before
going to the supermarket. Yep. Mia, do you ever go shopping and come home with nothing? Meaning you did window shopping only or eating. Do you ever go shopping and come home with nothing? Yes, no? Yes, I sometimes go shopping
and
come home with
nothing.
Yeah, that's so. So do people generally smile when they're unhappy again? Do people generally smile when they're unhappy? No, people don't
don't generally
smile
when
when
they're unhappy.
Yep, does good news put a smile on your face? Does good news put a smile on your face? Yes, good news.
Yes, good news.
Puts a smile.
A smile.
Puts a smile on my face. Yep. Okay, let's have this one. Do you have to pay a tax to the government if you buy a foreign car? In Japan, do you have to pay a tax to the government if you buy a foreign car? Yes, I have to pay a tax to the government if I buy a foreign car. That's why I paid a lot. Oh, hold on. I cannot drive. Okay, now, what are the three forms of an English verb? What are the three forms of an English verb? The three forms of an English verb. Forms of an English verb are the present, the past, and the past participle. Give me some, please. Give me some, please. See, saw, seen.
See, saw, seen.
Yep. I see him every week.
I see him
every week. I saw
him last week.
I have
seen him this week.
Yep. This week. Another. What are the forms of kill? What are the forms of kill? The three forms of kill are
the three forms of kill are
killed. Yep. What are the forms of put? What are the three forms of put? The three forms of put are
put.
Oh, so difficult. Okay. Yeah, what are the forms of come? What are the forms of come? The three forms of come.
The three forms of come are come, came, come.
Yep. What are the forms of give? What are the forms of give? The three forms of give are
give, gave, given.
Yep. Okay, another. Which do you prefer, me? Cats or dogs? Which do you prefer, cats or dogs? I prefer
dogs
to
cats.
So what is often the result of putting a cat and a dog together? What is often the result of putting a cat and a dog together? The result of putting a cat and a dog.
Cats and a dog.
Cats
and dogs.
Same. A cat and a
dog together
is often a lot of noise.
Often
a lot of noise.
Huh?
The result of putting a cat and a dog together is often a lot of noise. Yeah, it's not nice. Party. Okay, another. So do people in your country think it's lucky to see a black cat? Do people in your country think it's lucky to see a black cat? Yes, no? No, people in my country don't think it's lucky to see a black cat. They think it's unlucky. Yep. Okay, another. Do you ever destroy documents that you receive from your bank, like a receipt, for example? Do you ever destroy documents that you receive from your bank? Yes, no? Yes, I sometimes destroy documents that I receive from my bank. Yep. Can a fire destroy a building? Can a fire destroy a building? Yes, a fire.
Yes, a fire
can destroy a building.
Destroy a building. Building.
Yep. What's the past participle of the verb to be? What's the past participle of the verb to be? The past participle of the verb to be is been. Yep. Have you been to the cinema this week? No, I haven't
been to
the cinema
this week.
Yep. Have you ever been to Scotland? Yes, no?
No.
I've never been to
Scotland.
I've never
been to Scotland.
This is Scotland Street. So sad. Have you been to see the film, let's say, Titanic? Again, have you been to see the film Titanic? Yes, no? Yes. I've been to see the film Titanic.
The
film
Titanic.
Okay, another. What's a crime? A crime is an
action
which is against the law. If I take something from a shop without paying, am I guilty of a crime? If I take something from a shop without paying, am I guilty of a crime? Yes. If you take something from a shop without paying, you're guilty of a crime. You are guilty of a crime. Crime. Again, and what about this one? Let's have this. What's the opposite of guilty? What's the opposite of guilty? The opposite of guilty
is
innocent. Oh, wait. Do you always feel guilty when you do something wrong? Do you always feel guilty if you do something wrong? Yes, no?
Yes.
Yes, I always
I
feel
always
guilty
feel guilty
when I do
when I
something
do
wrong.
something wrong.
Yep. Is there very much crime in the town we live? Is there very much crime in the town where you live? No, there isn't.
No?
Yes?
Maybe.
Really? Okay, yes, there are a lot of crime.
A lot of crime.
There's a lot of
There's a
crime
lot of crime
in the town where I live. A lot of crime.
A lot of crime
in the town where I
in the
live.
town where I live.
In the crime in the town, hala. Yeah, in the town where I live, right? Okay, so let's move down again because there's another load page. Like now I know how to navigate. Yeah. All right. I told you I'm innocent, you know. Okay, another. So do we use the present perfect to talk about our experiences again? Do we use the present perfect to talk about our experiences? Yes, we use the present perfect to talk about our
present perfect to talk about
our experiences. Have you eaten Spanish food? Have you eaten Spanish food? Yes, no.
Yes.
I've eaten Spanish.
Spanish food.
Eaten
Spanish food.
Spanish
food.
What about Paris? Have you visited Paris? Have you visited Paris? Yes, no. No, I haven't visited Paris.
I haven't visited
Paris.
Yep.
Have you ever worked on a farm? Have you ever worked on a farm? Yes, no.
No,
I've never worked on a farm. Yep. Do we always use the present perfect to talk about the duration of an action up to now, not just experience? Do we always use, or do we also use the present perfect to talk about the duration of an action up to now? Yes, we also use.
We also use.
We also use the present perfect to talk about the duration of an action up to now. I didn't hear again, okay? Again, in other words, how long have you lived in that town? Again, how long have you lived in that town? I have lived in this town.
I have lived in this town
for
about 8 years.
80 years? 8 years.
8 years.
Yeah, hold your tea. 80 years. Come on. She's ancient, guys. Okay, 8 years.
8 years.
Years. Yeah. Have you studied English for more than 6 months? Have you studied English for more than 6 months? Yes. I have studied English for more than 6 months. More than
6 months.
Yep. Do we also use the present perfect to talk about the result now of a past action? Do we also use the present perfect to talk about the result now of a past action? Yes, we also use the present perfect to talk about the result now. Result now of a past action. Yep. Mia, have you eaten too much today? Have you eaten too much today? Yes, no?
No.
I haven't eaten
too much.
Too much today. You ate the 10 cookies too. 10 cookies, not much. Oh, okay. Oh, maybe that was the neighbor. Nope. Okay, change. Another. Has everybody come to the lesson today? Yes, everybody everybody.
Yes. Everybody has come to the lesson today.
Yeah, I appreciate it though, guys. Okay, another. What do 2 men and too much mean? What do 2 men and too much mean? 2 men and too much mean? Too many and too much mean an excessive number of number or quantity
or quantity
and therefore not a good thing. Yes, maybe a very good thing. You get too much chocolate. Again, another. Do children feel ill if they eat too many sweets? Again, do children feel ill if they eat too many sweets? Yes, children feel ill if they eat too many sweets. If they eat too many sweets. If you agree that there are too many people in the world with too little food to eat, do you agree there are too many people in the world with too little food to eat? Yes, I agree.
Yes, I agree.
There are too many people in the world with too little food to eat. Are you too short to touch the ceiling? You're too short to touch the ceiling? No, I'm not too short.
I'm not too short
to touch the ceiling. I'm too tall.
I'm too tall.
Come on, it's a camera. I'm tall, okay? You're just You're just taller. I'm tall. You're taller. Yeah, there's a comparative. Okay, Billy. I am tall. Yes, when you're tall, you are just taller. Yeah, another. Do you think a millionaire has too much money? Do you think a millionaire has too much money? Yes, no? No? I don't think a millionaire
has too much money.
Yeah, it will be gone. Okay, another. If people eat too much, do they feel bad? If people eat too much, do they feel bad? Yes, if people eat too much. If people eat too much.
If people eat too much.
Yeah, people, right? Yes, if people eat too much, they feel bad. Yep, if you work too much, do you feel tired all the time? If you work too much, do you feel tired all the time? Yes, if I work too much, I feel tired
all the time.
Let's move down here. At what age did you begin school? At what age did you begin school? I began school at the age of
6.
6. So which do you think is the best age for a person to get married? Yeah, which do you think is very single, right? So which do you think is the best age for a person to get married? I think the best age for a person to get married is
about what do you think?
Here in the Philippines, some people get married 18. What about you?
18. Wow,
what about you?
So young.
Not really. we die soon. What about you? Yeah, it's about 20 to 22.
25?
25. I see. I think so, right?
30?
Yeah, the question is, anyways, the question was the best, but in the Philippines, some people, it depends. Yep. Like another, maybe 22. So which do you think was the best age in history to live in? Which do you think is the best age in history to live in? I think
when? What do you think?
21st century? Maybe. 21st century.
21st century
was the best age in history to live in. But me, we are in 21st century. Only an example. Like, we are in the past. Okay, anyways. Okay, before. So do people sometimes marry too young? Do people sometimes marry too young? Yes, people sometimes marry too young. It's my name, not the Meyer one. Okay, another. So how much does the average meal cost in the average restaurant in the place where you live? How much does the average meal cost in the average restaurant in the place where you live? The average meal cost about how much? The average one?
1,800?
In the average restaurant?
In the average
1,800 yen? Dollar?
Yeah.
Which one? Yeah. In the average restaurant? In the place where
I live.
I see. So another, what's the average number of hours a day that people work in that country? What's the average number of hours a day that people work in that country? The average number of hours a day that people work in this country is about 8 hours. It's about
8 hours.
Yep. About how many floors has the average building in that street got? About how many floors has the average building in that street got? The average building in this street got about how many floors? 2 floors, 3 floors? 2 floors.
2 floors.
Yeah, so this contraction of has got. Another. What about this one? Or an example. So is this paper thick? Is this paper thick? No, that piece of paper isn't thick. It's thick. Thick. It's thin. Yep. Another. Is your book thinner than the glass in the window? Is your book thinner than the glass in the window? No, my book isn't
thinner
than the glass in the window. It's thicker. What words can we use instead of the words large and small? What words can we use instead of the words large and small? We can use the words big and little instead of the words large and small. Yep. Do we generally say littler and littlest? Do we generally say littler and littlest? No, we don't generally say littler and littlest. What do we use instead? We use smaller and smallest instead. Yep. Why? Because they are easier to pronounce. Yep. Is Switzerland a bigger country than India? Is Switzerland a bigger country than India? No, Switzerland isn't.
Switzerland isn't
a bigger country than
India.
It's smaller country
than India.
Yep. What about you? Is that a little room you are in? Yes, no?
Maybe.
Yes, it's a little room.
It's a little room.
We are in.
We're in.
Or maybe you're just tall. That's why. Okay, another. So, what is the difference between a purse and a wallet? What's the difference between a purse and a wallet? The difference between a purse and a wallet
is that
women generally have
purses,
and men
generally have
wallets.
Like
this one, right? For women. Another. So, what does a man carry in his wallet? Again, what does a man carry in his wallet? A man carries his cash. His cash and cards in his wallet. Yep. Do you ever lose money? Do you ever lose your money? Yes, no. Yes, I sometimes lose my money. Yep. If you lose your way, for example, if you lose your way in a large city, what do you do? If you lose your way in a large city, what do you do? If I lose my way in a large city, I ask a policeman. Yep. So which do you think is worse to lose? Again, your keys or your purse? Because you're a woman. So which do you think is worse to lose? Your keys or your purse? I think it's worse to lose my
kids.
Huh? Keys. Key.
Huh?
Key. Like key. Door key.
Oh, I thought kids.
Kids are
keys.
You're thinking about your daughters. Okay. Again, it's worse to lose my keys.
Maybe wallet because there are cars in my wallet. No.
A purse. Because you're a woman. Like I said, I think it's worse to lose mine. It's worse to lose mine.
It's worse to lose my
purse. Yeah, so that's how you cover your kids, right? I know you kind of like me. Again, what is the opposite of the verb to lose? What's the opposite of the verb to lose? The opposite of the verb to lose
is
to find. Yep. I found that. You're learning, huh? Again, if you find something in this word, what would you do with it? Again, if you find something in this word, what would you do with it? If I find something in the street, I would
just ignore.
Okay, I'll just
ignore.
it. Yep. Well, if you find something in the street, I'll just see. Why not, right? Maybe it's dangerous. Another explosive. Another. How do you feel if you lose something and then find it again? Again, how do you feel if you lose something and then find it again? I feel happy. If I lose something and I find it again. My medicine. Okay, another. So what about this one? Do you find English easy to learn? Yes, no?
No.
I don't find English easy to learn. Easy to learn. I find it difficult. I see. Me too. Okay. Me too. Okay, another. Do you find maps difficult to read? Yes, no? Yes, I find maps difficult to read.
Difficult to read.
Same. Maps. Okay, do you get angry very easily? Yes, no? Yes, I get angry very easily. Yep, easily. I see. Okay, what kind of things make you angry, Mia? What kind of things make you angry? The kind of things that make me angry are when things go wrong. When people are making too much noise, etc.
Etc.
Suddenly, a moment of silence. Excuse me? Oh my gosh. I cannot talk. Okay, what do you do when you're angry? When I'm angry, I would
howl, shout, or keep quiet.
Etc.
Etc.
Suddenly, I shout and quiet, etc. Okay, do you feel hungry at the moment? Yes, no?
No.
I don't feel hungry at
the moment.
Okay, what do you do when you feel hungry? What do you do when you feel hungry? I eat when I feel hungry.
When I feel hungry.
Really hungry. Hey, dude, I have here some food. Maybe you want some? I eat when I feel hungry.
I eat when I feel hungry.
Yes, I'll give you, because I'm generous, the whole pot.
What's inside?
Let me check. Oh, some noodles though.
When did you cook?
Just before your class. See? A military style, bro. Before your class, that was 5 hours ago. Anyways, because before your class, not their classes. Another. So, which do you prefer, fish or meat? Which do you prefer, fish or meat? I
prefer fish.
To meat.
To meat.
Yep. Can you swim? Can you swim? Yes. No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe.
Which one? Yes, I can swim.
I can swim.
Yeah, maybe, huh? Which one? Okay, so what does it mean to swim like a fish? What does it mean to swim like a fish? To swim like a fish. Means to be a strong swimmer. Swimmer, yep. So do you prefer swimming in the sea or in a swimming pool? Again, do you prefer swimming in the sea or in a swimming pool? I prefer swimming
in the swimming pool.
In a swimming pool.
In a swimming pool.
Yep. So me, what do we call two ends of a swimming pool? What do we call the two ends of a swimming pool? We call the two ends. The two ends of a swimming pool. The shallow end
and
the deep end. Yeah. Okay, another. So, do you dream very much at night? Yes, no?
No.
I don't dream very much. I don't dream very much. At night. Yeah, because you don't sleep. Okay, another. So, what do you call a bad dream? We call a bad dream
a nightmare.
Yep. What are the forms of dream? The three forms of dream
are
dream, dreamt. Yep. What did you dream about last night? I dreamt about...
I can't remember.
Okay. I dreamt about nothing last night.
I dreamt about nothing last night.
So empty. Okay, so what is that dream if it's nothing? It's empty dream. Okay, another. So have you got a garden at home? Yes, no?
Huh?
Have you got a garden at home? Yes, no?
Yeah.
Yes, I've got a garden at home.
I've got a garden at home.
Not yeah. Yes, I've got a garden at home.
I've got a garden at home.
Yep. Do you ever refuse to help other people? Yes, I sometimes refuse. To help
other people.
Yep. Do you write your dictations in a separate book from your other books? Do you write your dictations in a separate book from your other books? Yes, I write my dictations. Yes, I write my dictations.
I
write my dictations. In a separate book from a separate book from my other books.
Did I?
Example. Guys, example, okay? Okay, now do you live in a separate house from your parents? Yes, I live in a separate house from my parents.
From my parents.
Maybe my parents. Yeah, now so give an example of the word lovely, please. I had a lovely holiday last year. She's a lovely person. The weather is lovely today. Yep. Okay, let's move down. We'll keep studying English until you die. You'll keep studying English until you die. Yes, no?
I think so. Yes.
Yes, I'll keep studying English until I die. Yep. Do you agree it's very bad for the health to keep eating after our stomachs are completely full? Do you agree it's very bad for the health to keep eating, for example, after our stomachs are completely full? Yes, I agree. It's very bad for the health. To keep eating after our stomachs are completely full. Yep. Do you keep your money in your pocket or do you use a purse or wallet? Since you're a woman, so maybe purse, right? Do you keep your money in your pocket or do you use a purse? I keep my money in my pocket or purse. Okay, so I don't keep my money in my pocket. I use a purse. A purse. I use purse. Okay. How many purse? Okay, another. Do you keep books after you've read them? Yes, no. Yes, I keep books after I've read them.
I've read them.
I've read them. That's correct. Okay, what about this one? Now, what is the best way to keep warm on a cold day? What is the best way to keep warm on a cold day? The best way to keep warm on a cold day. On a cold day. On a cold day. Is to wear a thick coat. We don't have this, so always shirt only. Okay, what about you? What do we sometimes mean when we use the words one, you, we, and they? What do we sometimes mean when we use the words one, you, we, and they? When we use the words one, you, we, and they. One, you, we, and they. We sometimes mean people in general. General. Yep. So in the sentence, if you want to go to the cinema, you have to buy a ticket. What does the word you mean? In the sentence, if you want to go to the cinema, you have to buy a ticket. What does the word you mean? In the sentence, if you want to go to the cinema, you have to buy a ticket. The word you doesn't. The word you doesn't necessarily mean me in particular. But people in general. Yep. So which do we generally use the most? One, you, or we? Which do we generally use the most? One, you, or we? We generally use you the most. Okay. So what must you do if you want to speak language well again? What must you do if you want to speak to when you want to speak a language well? You must study a lot. You must study a lot. And repeat. Okay, go on. If you want to speak language well. You can go with the one and the when you read. Right? Okay, it's just a little bit. So again, what do you have to do if you want to stay healthy? What do you have to do if you want to stay healthy? If I want to stay healthy, I have healthy. Yep, I have to eat healthy food. Sleep well and do exercise. Sleep well and do exercise. Very obvious. Okay, all right. What about this one? So what must you do if you want to remember something well? What must you do if you want to remember something well? You must repeat often. If you want to remember something well. Yep. Where can we buy a drink when we are thirsty? Where can we buy a drink when we are thirsty? We can buy a drink from a bar when we are thirsty. Not 7-Eleven.
Not vending machine.
We don't have yet. Okay, another. So which country must you go to, or must we go to if we want to hear people speaking, let's say for example, Russian, not Greek. Yep, because Greek is difficult, right? So which country must we go to if we want to hear people speaking Russian? We must go to Russia. If we want to hear people speaking Russian. Yep. What does one do when one is hungry? What does one do when one is hungry? One eats when one is hungry. So there, one is hungry. Yep, hungry. Do they sell drinks at most cinemas? Yes, they sell drinks at most cinemas. Okay, let's move down here, the present perfect here. So what is the difference between the present perfect and the past simple? What is the difference between the present perfect and the past simple? The difference between the present perfect and the past simple is that we use the present perfect when we are thinking about time before and up to now. Whereas we use the past simple when we are thinking about a specific past time. Specific past time. Give an example of each, please. I have been here for 20 minutes. I arrived here 20 minutes ago. Yep. What about this one? Has the spring started? Has the spring started? Yes, the spring has started.
Yes,
the spring has.
The spring has
started. Yeah, because here is ended. So I'll change the season. Has the winter ended? Yes, the winter has ended. The winters. How many winters? The
winters ended.
Yes, maybe you can contract. The winters ended. Wise. Alright, let's do some contractions. Okay. Yeah, so when did it end? When did it end? It ended on...
When? February?
February what?
28th.
I mean, I was thinking about March, guys. Yeah. 38. That was a fear. I'm sorry, it's still 29, right? Okay, so yeah, I was supposed to March. I guess at 28th of February.
28th of February.
Yep, it was a little delay, guys. Delay signal. March. Oh, February. Okay. Okay. You didn't hear any 30th in February, okay? Never. Yeah, how long have you studied at this school? Here in Native, how long have you studied at this school? I've studied at this school. This school
for almost about 2 years. Yeah.
Yep. For maybe 2 years, more or less 2 years, right? Another. When did you start your lessons at this school? When did you start your lessons at this school? I started my lessons. At this school. 1 year ago.
Here.
1 year ago. A year ago. A year ago.
A year ago.
Yep. So have you been to the cinema this year? Have you been to the cinema this year? No, I haven't been to the cinema.
Been to the cinema
this year.
This year.
Yeah. What was the last time you went to the cinema? When was the last time you went to the cinema? The last time I went to the cinema was last year. Elsa. Yeah, like last year, right? Was it? Was last year.
Was last year.
What happened to 2020? 2019 to 2021, 2021. Huh? Where's 2020? Gone. Okay, another. So have you written any dictations this week? Have you written any dictations this week? No.
No.
I haven't written any dictations.
I haven't written
any dictation
this week.
Any dictations this week?
Huh?
Any dictations this week?
Any dictation this week?
Dictations this week.
Dictations this week.
Completed. No, I haven't written.
I haven't written.
No, I haven't written.
No, I haven't written.
Any dictations this week?
Any dictations this week?
So many dictations. Dictations this week.
Dictations this week.
You get it. Phew. Okay, another. Did you what? Did you write a dictation yesterday? Did you write a dictation yesterday? No, I didn't write a dictation yesterday.
A dictation yesterday.
A dictation yesterday.
A dictation yesterday.
Again, are horses wild animals? Are horses wild animals? Yes. Some horses are.
Some horses are
wild animals.
Wild animal, but
it says wild animals. And some horses are wild animals.
Some horses are wild animals. Wait.
Because huh? Like I'm not like are. Okay. Anyways, let's move on. Let's move on. The horse is gone. You wanna hear? I cannot. I'm frozen too. Oh, I'm frozen too. What do you mean? Let me say like. Cannot. No voice today. Give me motivation. Dead horse. Yeah, I told you horses are not that wild. Some of them are cute. Okay, another. What do we call the arms of a tree? What do you call the arms of a tree? We call the arms of a tree. We call the arms of a tree. Branches. Yep. Does your bank have a branch near there? Does your bank have a branch near there? Yes, my bank has a branch near here. Yep. Okay, what about this one? So let's have the word bridge. Are there any bridges over the river in Paris? Are there any bridges over the river in Paris? Yes, there are some bridges. There are some bridges. Over the river in Paris. River in Paris. Paris. Yep. About how many eggs do you eat a week? Yeah. About how many eggs do you eat a week? I eat about
2.
How many? Eggs.
3. Too much.
3
eggs a week.
3 eggs. 3 eggs a week. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, so I'm gonna be pushing the table. Yeah. What am I doing? You're pushing the table. What am I doing? You're pulling the table. Like. Easy. What a good drama. Okay, another. Do you push that door, Mia, to go out of the room? Not classroom. Do you push that door to go out of the room? Yes, I push this door. No? You don't? Okay. No, I don't push this door. To go out of the room.
I
pull it. So let's just say, supposing you are inside. You push right when you're in the in the bathroom. Okay, so another, is that table too heavy for you to pull into the next room? Is that table too heavy for you to pull into the next room? Yes, no? Is it heavy or not?
Heavy.
No?
Not
Heavy, so no, maybe no. No, this table isn't.
This table isn't
too heavy
too
for
heavy
me
for me
to pull
to
into the
pull
next
into
room.
the next room.
Okay, what subject interests you the most? What subject interests you the most? Which one?
English.
Interests me the most.
Interests me the most.
The most. Yep. What subject bores you the most? What subject bores you the most? Which one? History, geography, mathematics.
History.
Which one? Bores me the most. Bores me the most.
Me the most.
Not bores.
Bored.
Bores. Bores me the
Bores
most.
me
The
most.
What? The most. History bores me the most.
History bores me the most.
Yep. Do you think football is an interesting sport? Do you think football is an interesting sport? Yes, I think football is an.
Yes.
Yes, I think football is
Football's
an interesting sport.
Interesting sports.
Yeah, because it's their flagship of Britain and England. Another. Are you interested in the history of your country? Are you interested in the history of your country? Yes, no? No? Be honest. It's okay. No, I'm not interested
in
the history of my country.
my country.
Yeah, I told you guys, you really get bored in history, you know? Okay, another. Do you get bored if you have nothing to do? Do you get bored if you have nothing to do? Yes, no? No, I don't get bored.
I don't get bored
if I have nothing
if I
to
have
do.
nothing to do.
I know. That's your favorite time. Freedom. Another. So what is the difference between and among? What's the difference between and among? The difference between
among
and among
is that
we generally use between for two people or things. People or things. People or things. Not people. People or things. Things. Whereas we use among for more than two people or things. Yep. So give an example of each, please. I'm sitting between the teacher.
I'm sitting between the teacher
and the window. I'm sitting among the other students.
Among
the other students.
That
is another. Is there anybody sitting between you and me? Is there anybody sitting between you and me? Yes, no? No. There isn't anybody sitting between you and me. I'm supposed to have this yesterday. Baba, sure. Okay, what about this one? Among all the subjects you've studied at school before, which did you think was the most boring? Among all the subjects you've studied at school, which did you think was the most boring? Among all the subjects. Among all the subjects. I studied at school. I thought history was the most boring. I see. Among all the places you've ever been to, which do you think is the ugliest? Again, among all the places you've ever been to, which do you think is the ugliest? Among all the places I've ever been to, I think Park is the ugliest. Ugly. Only an example, right? So, among all the things in that room are any yours? Among all the things in that room are any yours? Yes, among all the things.
Yes, among all the things
in this room are. What? Some are mine.
Some are mine.
Yes, that's correct. What about this one? Tell me one you have to be going to. What? Tell me. Tell me one you have to be going to. 1 year of.
1 year of.
To be going to. Is to say what we think. It will happen because of something. Of something. We know now. Yep, so I'm going to throw away my pen at the window. Pew! What am I going to do? You're going to throw your pen at the window. Yep, now I'm just going to sit down. What am I going to do? You're going to sit down. Etc. Yep, do you think it's going to rain soon? Take a look at the window. Do you think it's going to rain soon? Yes, no?
No.
I don't think it's going to rain soon. Yep, tell me another use of to be going to. Another use of to be going to be going to is to speak about to speak about our future intentions. Yep. So what are you going to do after lesson? I'm going to
pick up my daughter.
Etc. after the lesson.
Etc. after the lesson.
So you know what, guys? What is going to be next, right? Again, so are you going to watch television this evening? Are you going to watch television this evening? Yes, I'm going to watch television.
I'm going to watch television
this evening. Evening. Yep. What are you going to have for your dinner this evening? After picking up your daughter, so what are you going to have for your dinner this evening?
We haven't decided yet.
Well, I'm going to have, I hadn't decided yet. So long answer. Is that yummy? I'm not decided yet. Is it yummy? I'm going to have hamburger?
Steak.
Okay, for my dinner this evening. Very long answer, right? I'm not decided yet. Oh, is it yummy? Okay, are you going to come here again tomorrow? Are you going to come here again tomorrow? Yes, I'm going to come here again tomorrow. All right, let's talk about enjoyment. So what kind of things do you enjoy doing most of all? What kind of things do you enjoy doing most of all? The kind of things I enjoy doing most of all are? What was that?
Studying English.
And what else?
Talking to you.
Oh, really? Etc. What you said, I am noisy. I remember that. Okay, anyways. Do you always enjoy your weekends? Yes, no?
Okay.
Yes. I always enjoy my weekends. Yes. Lazy. Okay, another. Do you enjoy going to museums? Yes, I enjoy going to. Really? You just went there. Okay, no, I don't enjoy. See, no, yes. Okay.
Really enjoy.
Literally? Okay, generally, sorry. Do you enjoy going to museums? No, I enjoy. I enjoy. No, I don't enjoy going to.
No, I don't.
Enjoy going to museums. Yeah, because your answer is very conflicting. Okay, so it's like, no, of course, yes. Oh. Again, another. Do young children enjoy bedtime stories? Yes, young children.
Yes, some children.
Young children.
Young children.
Children. Enjoy bedtime stories.
And
enjoy bedtime stories. Yep. Okay, only an example. So this is a hole. What's this? It's a hole.
It's a hole.
Yep. What kind of a hole? What kind of hole do we find in a door? Again, what kind of hole do we find in a door? We find a keyhole in a door. Yep. Let's move down. Oh, I know how to scroll down now. Okay, another. Have you got a hole in your pocket? Yes, no? No, I haven't got a hole. In my pocket. Yep. What about this one? Is it stupid to believe everything people tell you? Yes, it's stupid. Yes, it's stupid. To believe everything people tell me. Yep. Which do you think are more intelligent, cats or dogs? Which do you think are more intelligent, cats or dogs? I think. Which one?
Which
dogs?
Okay.
Dogs are more intelligent
than
cats. Hi, cat lovers. Hello. Okay, what's another word for intelligent? Another word for intelligent
is
clever.
Yep.
Okay, only an example. I'm pushing the table, right? Against the table. What am I doing? You're pushing against the table. Yeah, Japan. Who does that country play football against? This country plays football. Plays football against. Where? England.
Okay, England.
Where? Oh, in part. England, maybe. Okay, England. Yep. This time my chair is just near the wall. So again, is the chair against the wall? No, the chair isn't. Against the wall. It's near the wall. Yeah, I'm moving. This one is the chair against the wall. No, it's the chair against the wall. No, yes, the chair is. Yes, the chair is against the wall now. Yes, so I'm going back again. Okay, what about this one? Okay, what about this one? Let's move then. So what is the past participle of the verb to go? What's the past participle of the verb to go? The past participle. Participle of the verb to go
is
gone.
Gone.
This is Callan, right? Repeat. Parroting. Even the mistake, yeah, it's okay to have mistake. Okay, another. What are the three forms of go? What are the forms of go? The three forms of go.
The forms of go
are go and gone.
Go
and gone.
Go and gone.
Yep. All right, so I have two examples here. What's the difference between these two sentences, Miu? Mr. Ron has been to Scotland and Mr. Ron has gone to Scotland. Again, what's the difference between these two sentences? Mr. Ron has been to Scotland and Mr. Ron has gone to Scotland. The difference between those two sentences is that the first sentence means that Mr. Ron has visited Scotland in his life, but he isn't
there now.
Whereas the second sentence means he is in Scotland. He isn't here now. Yep. Another, what can we say? Mr. Ron has gone to Scotland, but not I have gone to Scotland. What can we say? Again, what can we say? Mr. Ron has gone to Scotland, but not I have gone to Scotland. We can say Mr. Brown has gone to Scotland, but not I have gone to Scotland. Because I have gone to Scotland means I am not here now, which is impossible. Which is impossible. You cannot see me. I'm invisible. Okay, another. Do you know anybody who keeps birds at home? Do you know anybody who keeps birds at home? Yes, no? I don't know anybody who keeps birds at home. Keeps birds at home. When people go on holiday, Miu, do they just prefer to fly or go by train? When people go on holiday, do they just prefer to fly or go by train? When people go on holiday, they just prefer to which one? Go by train or to fly? To fly. Another. Can a bird fly quicker than a plane? Can a bird fly quicker than a plane? No, a bird can't fly. Bird can't fly. Quicker than a plane. It flies slower than a plane. Can a chicken fly? Can a chicken fly? Yes, a chicken can fly. A chicken can fly. But not very far. Yes, because I cook it. You cannot fly anymore. How about you? Have you ever dreamt you could fly? Have you ever dreamt you could fly? Yes, no. I've never dreamt I could fly. No. I've never dreamt I could fly. Yep. Okay, what about this one? What's the difference between thick and fat? What's the difference between thick and fat? The difference between thick and fat is that we use thick for things and fat for people and animals. Yep. Are you fatter than your mother? Are you fatter than your mother? Yes, no. Yes, I'm fatter than my mother. My mom. All right, why not? Okay, another. Who's the thinnest person in your family? Who's the thinnest person in your family? My daughter is the thinnest person. Thinnest person in my family. Yep. Do people generally become thinner as they become older? Do people generally become thinner as they become older? No, people don't. Generally become thinner as they become older. They become fatter. Yep. Another. What's the past of the verb to swim? What's the past of the verb to swim? The past of the verb to swim is swam. Yep. Did you swim last summer? No, I didn't swim last summer. I cannot swim. Okay, another. What's the past simple, the past participle of the verb to lose? Again, what's the past simple and the past participle of the verb to lose? The past simple and the past participle of the verb to lose is lost. Yep. Have you ever lost your way in a large city? Yes, no? Yes, I've sometimes lost my way in a large city. Yep. Large city. Have you ever lost anything worth a lot of money? Yes, I've lost something.
Yes, I've lost something
worth a lot of
money.
Yes. What is that? It's some mysterious one. Another. What's the difference between each other and one another? The difference between each other and one another is that we generally use each other for two people or things, and one another for more than two people or things. Give an example. You and I are speaking to each other. The students speak to one another after lesson. the lesson.
The lesson.
Yep. Do we look at each other during the lesson? Do we look at each other during the lesson? Yes, we look at each other.
Look at each other
during the lesson.
During the lesson.
Yep. Okay, do we shake hands with each other at the beginning of the lesson? Do we shake our hands or hands with each other at the beginning of the lesson? No, we don't shake
we
hands.
Don't shake hands
with each other.
With each other
at the beginning of the lesson.
At the beginning of the lesson.
At the beginning of the lesson. Beginning of the lesson. Do your country and England play football against each other? Again, do your country and England play football against each other? Yes, no?
Yes.
Yes, my country and England play football against each other. Football against each other. Yes, we just mentioned a while ago, right? Okay, another. Do Italy, Germany, Russia, and England play football against one another? Do Italy, Germany, Russia, and England play football against one another? Yes, Italy, Germany, Russia, and England play football against one another. Yep. So do the countries of Europe do business with one another? Do the countries of Europe do business with one another? Yes, the countries of Europe. Europe do business with one another. Yep. Which language do the students speak to one another in after the lesson? Again, which language do the students speak to one another in after the lesson? The students speak to one another in Japanese after the lesson. Yep. What's passive can? What's passive can? The past of can is could. Yep. What's the future of can? What's the future of can? Can has no future. Therefore, we use the verb. We use the verb to be able and say, I will be able. I will be able. Yeah, there's a contraction later. That's why. Another, what's the infinitive of can? What's the infinitive of can? Can has no infinitive. Therefore, we use to be able. Yep. What are the three forms of be able? What are the three forms of be able? The three forms of be able are. Be able are. I'm able, was able. Been able. Yep, were you able to speak English a few years ago? Were you able to speak English a few years ago? Yes, I was able to speak English a few years ago. Yep, are you able to reach that book? Yeah, beside that one. So are you able to reach that book without standing up? Are you able to reach that book without standing up? Yes, no. No, I'm not able to reach that book without standing up. Without standing up. Yep. Will you be able to speak English well if you study a lot, Mia? Will you be able to speak English well if you study a lot? Yes, I'll be able to speak English well if I study a lot. Yep. Have you been able to answer all the questions I asked you or I've asked you without too much difficulty? Have you been able to answer all the questions I have asked you without too much difficulty? Yes, no? No, I haven't been able to answer. I haven't been able to answer all the questions you've asked me without too much difficulty. Without too much difficulty. Some I have and some I have and some I haven't. Some I haven't. Some I haven't. Some I have.
Some I have.
And some
I
haven't. Yep. Oh, similar, right? Again, some I haven't. What? Again, another. Tell me the names of some things that we make in factories. Again, tell me the names of some things that we make in factories. The names of some things that we make in factories are that we make in factories are cars, pens, etc. Yep. So do you think work in a factory can be pleasant? Do you think work in a factory can be pleasant? Yes, no? No? I don't think. I don't think. No, I don't think. Work in a factory can be pleasant. Yep. Do soldiers wear ordinary clothes? Do soldiers wear ordinary clothes? No, soldiers don't wear ordinary clothes. They wear uniforms. Uniforms. Yeah, can you paint? Yes, no? No, I can't paint. No, I can't paint. Yep. So in your town, for example, how much does it cost to stay in an ordinary hotel for one night in that town? How much does it cost to stay in an ordinary hotel for one night in that town? It costs about how much?
10,000 yen.
To stay in an ordinary hotel for one night in this town. It's already
cheaper. I don't know.
Much cheaper. I see. 10,000 is almost like a hotel here for 1 month. So nice, right? Like another, can you understand all the words? Oh, my chair is going down. Yeah, I cannot reach the floor. Guys, I'm very tall, so I cannot reach the floor from my chair. So sad. Like another, can you understand all the words when you listen to a song in English? Can you understand all the words when you listen to a song in English? No, I can't understand all the words when I listen to a song in English. Yep. What is the difference between the words fun and funny? What is the difference between the words fun and funny? The difference between the words fun and funny. Fun and funny is that if something is fun, we enjoy it. Whereas if something is funny, if something is funny, it makes us laugh. It makes us laugh. That's correct. Do you sometimes when you go shopping with your friends at the weekend for fun? Again, do you sometimes go shopping with your friends at the weekend for fun? No, I never. I never go shopping. Really?
Never go shopping.
You have no choice. No choice, right? It cannot be sometimes, rarely. Okay, let's just say on an example. No, I never go shopping. With my friends at the weekend for fun. At the weekend for fun. Yeah, what's the funniest film you've ever seen? Again, what's the funniest film you've ever seen? Which one? The funniest film you've ever seen? Was that Olaf? What was that? Yeah, what was the title of that one?
I don't know.
Frozen 2? Frozen 2? Was it? Oh, yeah, Frozen 5. Oh, see, that's the funniest. Okay, Frozen 2 is the funniest film I've ever seen. Yeah, we got the 5th edition. Okay, what about this one? Let's move down. Have you had your lunch today? Have you had your lunch today? Yes, no? Yes, I've had my lunch today. Have you always been able to speak English as well as you speak it now? Before is okay and now is much better. Have you always been able to speak English as well as you speak it now? Yes, no? Yes, I've always been able to speak English as well as I speak it now. Wow, okay. Why not? Okay. Okay, she's confident, guys. What can we do? Has the summer begun? Has the summer begun? No, the summer.
No, the summer
hasn't begun. Mama, is she telling the truth? She is always good in English, she said. She must be perfect. Okay, anyways, have you known anybody? Yeah, have you ever known anybody who could speak more than 5 languages? Have you ever known anybody who could speak more than 5 languages? Yes, no? Yes. Yes, I've known somebody who could speak more than 5 languages.
Who?
Yep. The who? Maybe Baba, sure. Yeah, I can speak 10 languages though. Yep. Okay, another. Okay, next. Yeah, what's the furthest you've ever swum? What's the furthest you've ever swum? The furthest I've ever swum. The furthest I've ever swum is
how long?
How long? 5 meters? 10 meters?
Okay.
How many?
2 meters?
How many meters? 2 meters. 2 meters, so cute. It's okay. Even I only 1 centimeter. 1 centimeter. So sad. Yeah, actually, it's like a meter though. Alright, what about this one? Is it possible, me, to learn English simply by listening to English songs? Is it possible to learn English simply by listening to English songs? No, it isn't possible. It isn't possible. To learn English simply by listening to English songs. English songs. Yep. Okay. What about this one? Have you ever taken things that weren't yours by mistake? Again, have you ever taken things that weren't yours by mistake? Yes. No. Yes. No. Have you ever taken things that weren't yours by mistake? Like a bicycle of another. It looks the same color. Yes. Yes. I've sometimes taken things that weren't mine by mistake. Me too. Like I thought my brother, different brother. Okay, another. So have you shaken anybody's hand today? Have you shaken anybody's hand today? Yes, I've shaken.
I've shaken.
Somebody's hand today. Somebody's hand today.
Somebody's hands today.
Hand today.
Hand today.
Yep, your daughter, right? Okay, another. Have you?
Shake. Just hug.
You didn't shake? Oh, more than a shake one. Oh, only example. Guys, she doesn't follow. This is not Callan. This is Mio method, okay? Okay, another. Have you written anything in this lesson? Or have you written anything this lesson? Have you written anything this lesson? No, I haven't written anything this lesson. Yeah, this is a new Mio method. Okay, another. What does the word weather mean? And why do we generally use it? Okay, what does the word weather mean? And when do we generally use it? The word weather means the same as if, and we generally use it when we express a doubt. Yep, give an example, please. Give an example, please. I don't know whether he can speak English or not. Yep. Do you know whether I have any money in my pocket? Like, do you know whether I have any money in my pocket? No, I don't know.
I don't know.
Whether you have any money in your pocket. Yes. Yes. Do you have any pocket in your money? So sad. Again, do you have any idea whether they speak German or not, the other students? Again, do you have any idea whether they speak German or not? No, I don't have any idea.
I don't have any idea.
Whether they speak German or not. German or not. Yep. Can you tell me whether it will rain tomorrow or not? Can you tell me whether it will rain tomorrow or not? No, I can't tell you. Whether it will rain tomorrow or not. Yeah, maybe you're a good fortune teller. Okay, another. So what's another use of the word weather? Again, what's another use of the word weather? Another use of the word weather is when two possible actions have the same result. Yep, give an example, please. Give an example, please. When it rains tomorrow or not. Whether it rains tomorrow.
Whether it will rain tomorrow.
It rains tomorrow. Or not. I'll go for a walk. Yep. Okay, last question here. So what is the difference between these two sentences? I'm going to buy the car if it's cheap, and I'm going to buy the car whether it's cheap or not. What's the difference between these two sentences? I'm going to buy the car if it's cheap, and I'm going to buy the car whether it's cheap or not. The difference between those two sentences is that the first sentence means I'm going to buy the car only if it's cheap. If it's cheap. Whereas the second sentence means I'm going to buy the car if it's cheap or expensive. The price is not important. Yep. Okay, what about this one? So what is the highest speed a car can go when in town in that country? What is the highest speed a car can go when in town in that country? The highest speed a car can go when in town in this country is about 60 kilometers per hour. Kilometers per hour. Yep, another. Yeah. Okay, another. Do you like unpleasant surprises? Do you like unpleasant surprises? No, I don't like unpleasant surprises. Yep, so does it surprise you when somebody from another country speaks your language well? Does it surprise you when somebody from another country speaks your language well? Yes, no? Yes. It surprises me. It surprises me. Surprises me. When somebody from another country who speaks my language well.
I thought very well.
Okay, another. Is it a big struggle for you to get up on a cold winter's morning when you feel very tired? Is it a big struggle for you to get up on a cold winter's morning when you feel very tired? Yes, it's a big struggle for me. Struggle for me to get up on a cold winter's morning when I feel very tired. When I feel very tired. Very tired. Do you sometimes struggle to understand people when they speak English quickly? Do you sometimes struggle to understand people when they speak English quickly? Yes, I sometimes struggle to understand people when they speak English quickly. Again, what surrounds the building? What surrounds the building? Walls surround this building. Yep. When did soldiers stop using swords in battle? When did soldiers stop using swords in battle? Soldiers stopped using swords in battle. Swords in
battle.
More than 100 years ago.
More than 100 years ago.
Yeah, we stopped it already. Okay, another. So do you think computers make your life easier or more difficult? Do you think computers make your life easier or more difficult? I think computers make my life
easier.
Yeah, I think so. Make me alive. Okay, another. So do you often use the internet for finding information? Do you often use the internet for finding information? Yes, no? Yes, I often use the internet for finding information.
Finding information.
Do you like shopping on the internet? Do you like shopping on the internet? Yes, no? Yes, I like shopping on the
internet.
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 Yep. What are some of the most popular websites in the world? What are some of the most popular websites in the world? Some of the most popular websites in the world are Google. What else? YouTube, right? What else? Another. Facebook. Yeah, Facebook.com, etc. Facebook. Yeah, another. What about this one? Only an example. So as you can see, I have here an emergency light. Yep. So what am I doing? You're turning the light on and off. Yep. Do you turn off your computer when you go to bed at night? Do you turn your computer off? Or do you turn off your computer when you go to bed at night? Yes, no? Yes, I turn off my computer when I go to bed at night. Yep. What does the word great mean? What does the word great mean? The word great generally means very good. But it can sometimes mean big or important. Yep. Give an example of the word great meaning very good. Give an example of the word great meaning very good. This film is great.
This film is great.
When someone's looking at me. Again, this film is great.
This film is great.
I know a great restaurant near here. Yep. So who do you think is your greatest friend? Who do you think is your greatest friend? I think my greatest friend is
you.
Hi, friend. Okay. Another is hi you. Okay, another. Tell me the names of some great people in history. Tell me the names of some great people in history. The names of some great people in history are Mahatma Gandhi, Albert Einstein, Marie Curie, etc. Marie Curie, etc. Yep. Who do you think was the greatest man that ever lived? Who do you think was the greatest man that ever lived? I think.
Who do you think?
My papa.
Okay. Your papa.
I think your papa. Your papa was the greatest man that ever lived. Yep. So which is the greatest city in your country? Which one?
What do you think?
Yeah. Which one? Tokyo, Osaka? Which one? City. Which one? Tokyo, Osaka? Oh, I don't know. Tokyo is the greatest city.
Tokyo is the greatest city.
City in my country. Okay, you gotta come on, okay? Okay, so what is the past simple and the past participle of the verb to keep? What's the past simple and the past participle of the verb to keep? The past simple and the past participle of the verb to keep is kept. Yeah, you're making me like a student. Okay, so, and then, have you ever kept any animals at home? Have you ever kept any animals at home? Yes, no?
Yes.
I've kept some animals at home. You're the big dog, right? Yeah. Okay, another. What is the opposite of to keep a promise? What's the opposite to keep a promise? The opposite of to keep a promise is to break a promise. Yes. Even to break a promise. Yep. Have you always kept your promises? Have you always kept your promises? Yes, no? No, I haven't always kept my promises. Sometimes I've broken them. I've broken them. Yep. So what is the past simple and the past participle of find? What's the past simple, the past participle of find? The past simple and the past participle of find is found. Found.
Found.
Yep. Did you find English very difficult when you began studying it? Did you find English very difficult when you began studying it? Yes, no?
Yeah.
Yes, I found English very difficult when I began studying it. Yep. Have you ever found anything on the street worth a lot of money? Have you ever found anything on the street worth a lot of money? Yes, no?
Yes.
Yes, I found something on the street worth a lot of money. Yep. So what else do people do in the evening besides watching TV? What else do people do in the evening besides watching TV? People eat, read, go for walks, etc. Walks, etc. In the evening besides watching TV. Yep. Do you study anything else besides English? Do you study anything else besides English? Yes, no? No, I don't study anything else besides English. Yep. I cannot ask what else. I cannot. Does anybody else in your family speak English besides you? Does anybody else in your family speak English besides you? Yes, somebody else in my family.
Somebody else in my family
speaks English besides
me.
Yep, your daughters, right? Okay, another. What does the word fast mean? What does the word fast mean? The word fast means the same as quick and quickly. Yeah, quickly. Yep, are you a fast rider? Are you a fast rider? Yes, no?
No.
I'm not a fast rider. Yep, do you walk fast when the weather is very hot? Again, you walk fast when the weather is very hot? No, I don't walk fast. When the weather is very hot.
When the weather
is very hot.
Very hot.
Walk slowly.
I walk slowly.
Yeah, slowly.
Slowly.
Do you go dancing very much? Do you go dancing very much? No, I don't go dancing.
I don't go dancing.
Very much.
Very much.
You can dance. Is it easier to dance well if you have a good sense of rhythm? Is it easier to dance well if you have a good sense of rhythm? Yes, it's easier.
It's easier
to dance well if you have a good sense of rhythm. Do you prefer dancing to fast or slow music? Do you prefer dancing to fast or slow music? I prefer dancing to which one? Fast or slow?
Music.
Yep. What are the three forms of do? What are the forms of do? The three forms of do are
forms of do
are duty done. What does the word just mean? What does the word just mean? The word just means can mean a short time ago. And it can also mean simply or. It can also mean simply or only. Yep. So what the hell have I just done? What have I just done? You've just nodded your head.
You've just nodded your head.
Nodded your head. No. What did you do, Wajung? I nodded. Another. Have you just come into the room? Have you just come into the room? No, I haven't just come into the room. Yep. When somebody makes you angry, Mia, do you say something or do you just stay quiet? When somebody makes you angry, do you say something or do you just stay quiet? When somebody makes me angry, I say something. Yeah. That's something, guys, okay? Again, another. So are there many shops in the place where you live or just a few? Are there many shops in the place where you live or just a few? There are a few shops in the place. In the place where I live. Yep. Have you ever seen a real tiger? Have you ever seen a real tiger? Yes, no?
Yes.
I've seen a real tiger. Yep. Me, I'm a lion every morning. Yep. Another. Is James Bond a real person? Is James Bond a real person? No, James Bond isn't a real person. Another. Is it probable that it will snow next summer? Is it probable that it will snow next summer? No, it isn't probable.
It isn't probable
that it will snow next summer. It's very improbable. Yep. Are you probably going to finish all the stages of the Callan Method? Are you probably going to finish all the stages of the Callan Method? Yes, I'm probably going to finish all the stages of the Callan Method. Yep. Actually, you're done. Okay, another. So when do we use the first conditional? When do we use the first conditional? We use the first conditional to communicate that we think something is a real possibility. Give an example. If he sees his friend, he will say
hello.
Hi. Another. So when we use the second conditional, we use the second conditional to communicate that we are only imagining something. We are only imagining something.
Huh? We are
only imagining something. Not only me. Another. Give an example, please. If she went to the North Pole, she would feel very cold. Yep. If they were stronger, they would be able to lift the table. Yep. Me, if you feel tired tonight, well, you go to bed early. Again, if you feel tired tonight, well, you go to bed early. Yes, if I feel tired tonight, I will go to bed early. Yep. If you felt ill tomorrow, well, would you go out? If you felt ill tomorrow, would you go out? No. If I felt ill tomorrow, if I felt ill tomorrow, I wouldn't go out. I would stay at home. Yep. If you study hard, will you learn to speak English well? If you study hard, will you learn to speak English well? Yes. If I study hard, I will learn to speak English well. Yep. If you stopped studying, would your English get better? Again, if you stopped studying, would your English get better? No. If I stopped studying, my English wouldn't get better. It would get worse. Worse. Yep. With again, another. If you had £1 million, what would you buy? If you had £1 million, what would you buy? If I had £1 million, I would buy
what? What do you want to buy?
What do you want to buy? What would you buy? I would buy what? A house, business. Which one?
House.
A house. Okay, another. If you came here next Sunday, online example, would you be able to have a lesson? If you came here next Sunday, would you be able to have a lesson? No. If I came here, next Sunday, I wouldn't be able to have a lesson. Why not? Because the school is closed on Sundays. Yep, it's closed. It's coronavirus time. Okay, another. If you swam in the sea in the middle of winter, would you find the water warm? Again, if you swam in the sea in the middle of winter, would you find the water warm? No. If I swam in the sea in the middle of winter, I wouldn't find the water warm. I would find it cold. Yep, cold. OW, right? What would it be? Okay, another. If you go on holiday next year, if there's no corona, so where will you go? If you go on holiday next year, where will you go? If I go on holiday next year, I will go to
the Philippines, I hope.
Okay, I hope. Okay, another. Okay, if you found something in the street, for example, only worth a lot of money, would you keep it or would you take it to the police station? If you found something in the street worth a lot of money, would you keep it or would you take it to the police station? If I found something in the street worth a lot of money, I would take it to the police station. Yep, if you sent a letter and forgot to put the address on it, would it arrive? If you sent a letter and you forgot to put the address on it, would it arrive? No. If I sent a letter and forgot to put the address on it, it wouldn't arrive. Yep. And that is the end. Yay! Congratulations, right? So that's going to be for 312. So are you ready for stage 5 soon? Not yet. Soon. All right. So anyways, Mia, thank you so much for taking this lesson. And I'll see you soon. Right? Bye-bye.